Hi, I'm Raquel from the blog Out of the Past, and I'm here with another haul video. This haul video is going to be in two parts. The first part is going to be all sorts of goodies that I received recently that either I purchased or I got for review. And the second part is going to be DVD.com swag that I got in a recent trip to California. More on that later. The first part of this haul video will be everything in this bag. This is the tote bag I purchased from Kate Gabrielle's Threadless shop, and I love this. It says, "Don't you think daisies are the friendliest flower?" And this is a quote from the movie You've Got Mail from 1996, and this is just perfection. I asked Kate to make a couple of customizations. She put this in lavender, because it was just, I think, in white on her shop. And she added a question mark for me. And I just think this is such a great bag, and it comes in 3 sizes. I think I got the medium size, and it has the quote on both sides. And it's a pretty good tote bag, and I feel like tote bags are so useful, and I have lots of like film related ones. Mostly they're from film festivals, but it's nice just to have one with a fun quote on it. So all of my goodies for the first part of the haul are in this bag. So let's dive into the bag. The first thing is tied into the theme of the tote bag, You've Got Mail, which is an awesome button collection of You've Got Mail buttons from Kate Gabrielle's regular shop, and I'll have links down below in case you're interested. And this is a 6-button set, and it's in this really cute packaging with daisies on it, of course. And Kate Gabrielle announced this recently on Twitter and Instagram, that she was selling this collection of buttons, and I was like, I need this like ASAP, so I purchased it. And it is just so cute. It's 6 different buttons. The 2 of them are quotes. "Don't you think daisies are the friendliest flower?" which is also on the bag that I just showed you. But then also, "I wanted it to be you. I wanted it to be you so badly," which is a great quote from the end of the movie. Then you have Joe Fox and Kathleen Kelly and their AOL usernames, NY152 and Shopgirl. And then you have 2 references to the movie. One is the AOL You've Got Mail icon, and the other one is a bouquet of sharpened pencils. And so if you love this movie, you'll know the reference to that. I just think this is so great. If you're a fan of You've Got Mail, you're gonna want the great tote bag, but you're also gonna want this set of buttons. Now, someone left me a comment recently informing me that You've Got Mail is actually a remake of Shop Around the Corner, and I didn't know that, and I have seen that movie, and I have seen In the Good Old Summertime. I just don't love them as much as I love You've Got Mail. Next in the bag are some books, and what would a haul video be without books? I always am showing off classic film books here. So the first one I got is this one. Blacklisted, Hollywood, the Cold War, and the First Amendment by Larry Dane Bremner. This is a young adult or possibly like upper middle grade nonfiction book about the Blacklist. So it is for children. My day job, I work for a children's book publisher. And one of my coworkers who knows that I love classic movies, she's like, "Do you want this? I have an extra galley." This is not a finished book. This is just an arc or galley, as we call it in the business. And I was like, yes, I would love this. I mean, I already have books on the Blacklist, and I have reviewed a book about the history of the Hollywood Blacklist on my blog, but it's always nice to have a book like this, especially for children, because it's a great refresher. If you just need something quick to read, just to kind of refresh you on the history of a particular subject, it's great to have something like this around. So I was like, I need this. So thank you. And next up is a book I've had my eye on. TCM, Christmas in the Movies, 30 Classics to Celebrate the Season. Now this is the same publisher, TCM's imprint with Running Press, that did the A Star is Born book that I reviewed recently on this channel. And this one, Jeremy Arnold is the author, and it is a very compact, it's much smaller than the A Star is Born book, and it's also much smaller than a similar book that they did on 50 must-see sci-fi films. So I kind of like that it's compact. It makes it very gifty. Oh, look there, Shop Around the Corner. And basically it catalogs 30 different classic Christmas movies from the very beginning to modern day. I love this movie, Holiday Affair, 1949. I actually don't celebrate Christmas. I do Christmas cards sometimes, and I just don't celebrate, but I love Christmas movies. So it's really great, and I really want to see how this book kind of catalogs how Christmas movies changed over the years. Movies used to have, like, Christmas was part of the story, but it wasn't a Christmas movie. And then over time, I think Hollywood figured out that that Christmas movies were very profitable, and that, yeah, we should just make them all about Christmas. So I'm wondering how, like this movie, The Apartment, that's not all about Christmas. It also has New Year's, but it's in here too. And then it also has like some more modern ones, like Elf was in here, Love Actually, there's Elf. So I'm really curious about this book, and I'll be reviewing it soon on my blog. And thank you to Jeremy Arnold and to TCM and Running Press for sending me a copy of this to review. And the next book, super excited to get this, Hooked on Hollywood, Discoveries from a Lifetime of Film Fandom by Leonard Maltin. Now this is the first book that Leonard Maltin has published in a very long time, ever since he sunsetted his movie guides. I think the last book that came out is probably an updated edition of his classic film guide, which is something that I've collected. I have, like, I think it's three different editions, and I have all three. And I have like 2 of the first one. If you watch my video about my classic film book collection, you'll see the books in there. And this is really interesting. It's kind of an unusual book. It's divided into 3 sections, and the first section is basically a primer on the history of Hollywood and Leonard Maltin's research on it. And then it goes through some of his interviews. So the second part is some of his early interviews with different subjects. And then it goes into more in-depth interviews in the third part. And there's some really great people in here, like Burgess Meredith and Joan Blondell. I mean, I'm super excited to read this. And this is from Goodnight Books, and I'll be reviewing it on my blog. And thank you to Goodnight Books for sending me a copy for review. Okay, I've got 2 more things in the bag. The first one is Invasion of the Body Snatchers from 1956. This is a limited edition Blu-ray from Olive Films. And I'll just open it up. It's got a slipcase. It's limited edition because they're only making 5,000 of these, and once those are out, they're not making any more. So this is a Blu-ray edition that's really been kind of puffed up with lots of great extras. So this is the cover. I think the cover art here is absolutely gorgeous. And I just watched this for the first time this morning, and I absolutely love this movie. In fact, a book I reviewed that I just mentioned earlier in this video, Must-See Sci-Fi, is kind of opened my eyes to science fiction. I've always been kind of weary about it, but that book made me realize that I'm missing out on an amazing genre, especially classic sci-fi. So super excited to get this for review. It's got, there's the Blu-ray. It's got a little booklet with an essay inside. If I take this out, there's a design on the inside. That's pretty cool. It's on a reversible jacket, but you could reverse it if you wanted to. That's what the back of the jacket looks like. I mean, the quality is great, and this is chock full of extras. I mean, like 2 audio commentaries, tons of like short and longer length documentaries, and these are pretty amazing. These are part of Olive Films' Olive Signature series, and I highly recommend them. And the last thing from the bag is Found at Mostly Lost, Volume 2. 10 rare uncirculated films from 1906 to 1922, preserved by the Library of Congress and identified at its annual Mostly Lost workshop by historians and fans. This is released by Undercrank Productions, which is run by Ben Modell, who is an awesome silent film accompanist. He's part of the Mostly Lost program. If you don't know about this, this is fascinating. So basically, any shorts or silent films that are missing their maybe their title sequence and have no identifier to tell you what it is. Basically, the Library of Congress collects those, and then a few times a year they'll gather historians and people who are just like totally like love to nerd out on silent film stuff, and then they'll have accompanists like Ben Modell play music, and they'll show them in this little theater, and everyone's encouraged to bring books and notepads and laptops and their cell phones and to look up stuff. And then they yell out things that they recognize, like they recognize an actor, an actress, or something in the background, or something that identifies it by year, anything that could help them identify that either fragment or full-length film in order to, so basically that's why it's mostly lost. It's found, but they can't identify it. So this one has several shorts ranging from like 7 minutes to 22 minutes that have been fully identified thanks to the Mostly Lost program. And I am so excited to watch this. I always thought this was fascinating. And at the TCM Classic Film Festival recently, I attended a panel that was discussing this, and I just thought it's just fascinating, and I wish I knew more about silent film so I could go and do one of these. And thank you to Ben Modell for sending me this. And if you haven't checked out my interview with him on the red carpet earlier this year, I'll leave a link down below. Okay, now on to the second part of my haul, which is for DVD.com. I'm one of the DVD Nation directors. Basically, I'm one of DVD Netflix's influencers, and they took me and several other influencers out to California. We had a fantastic time. We went to Disneyland and went to Mickey's Halloween party. We got to take this tour of one of the hubs and to see how DVD Netflix works, how they sort their DVDs and Blu-rays, and how they put them into envelopes, and how they use algorithms to kind of guess how the different DVDs and Blu-rays are going to be requested, how they receive returns, how it all works with machinery, and also how it models the post office model. I thought that was super interesting. We did a writing workshop, and we did a Warner Brothers tour, their classics tour, which was really cool. So I had an amazing time, and one of the things I got to take home was a nice pack of swag. Now this swag you can't purchase anywhere. However, if you participate in the DVD chat that happens every month on Twitter, and it's usually a theme every month, and we just talk about movies. Like this month obviously was Halloween. I've hosted a couple of them, and if you participate, you're automatically entered into their swag giveaway. So I do recommend that you look out for those. So the first item I got was this awesome DVD director's jacket. It's got a I've been using it for the gym, so it's got a little chalk on it. It says DVD director on the back. Can't show the whole thing, but it's really cool. It's very comfy, and it's actually a really great addition to my workout gear. And then I got this backpack. It's a 20th anniversary DVD.com backpack, because they're celebrating their 20th anniversary. They started in 1998. And I actually have been a member since 2002. I started when I was in college as an undergrad, and I just wanted to watch as many movies as possible. And then we got this 20th anniversary DVD.com notebook, which will come in handy like crazy, because I take notes for every single movie that I'm going to review, and also every book I'm going to review. And I have one large notebook just for my book reviews, but then my movie reviews, I I just like grab whatever notepad is available. So I have like notepads like strewn across my living room that are completely filled, and I've completely run out of paper. So this is gonna come in super handy. So I'm gonna start taking notes on different films, and basically I'll write, like on a large notepad, I'll write about 2 to 3 pages worth of notes. Anything from like an idea for a line I want to write in my review, or a quote, or something interesting, a reaction I had. I like to write it right away. So because these are smaller pages, it'll probably take me 5 or 6 of these, but still, this comes in really handy. And because I have an older iPhone that's always draining, this is amazingly handy. It's a 20th anniversary DVD.com battery pack. So I've already used this, and it's just so useful. In fact, I think every company needs to create these, because like, especially if I go to a festival and I'm not near a source of electricity, I am constantly relying on these to charge my battery, especially if I'm doing a lot of social media at a certain event. And when I was on this trip for DVD.com, I was like live tweeting the whole thing. So I needed as much juice as possible. And then last but not least is this DVDnetflix.com mug, which is my favorite thing I got. It's so cool because it says inside, I don't know if I can get the camera to, if you can see it, it says time to refill my queue. I think that's so clever. Oh, and I love mugs, so this is going to be an awesome addition to my collection of mugs. I'm always drinking tea and coffee, so, well, thank you DVD.com for all that awesome swag, and don't forget to participate in the DVD chat for your opportunity, and to also watch my blog, because I might be doing another DVD.com giveaway in the future. Well, I hope you liked my haul video, and if you're interested in any of the products that were in this bag, including this bag, I'll leave links down below for you to check them out. Bye!